So I have an issue with pharmacies and the people that work at them. Mainly, y'all some bitches. Like, I'll give you an example. I am on a medication that is sometimes a little hard to like keep in stock. I usually have to like call around different pharmacies and see if they have the medicine. But one time I didn't do that and I sent it to like a CVS or something and I didn't hear back for like over a week. So I called them and I'm like, hey, what's wrong? I sent this medicine like a week ago. Where is it? They're like, oh, well, we don't have it in stock. I'm like, and you didn't think to call my phone? You didn't think to call me and say that you don't have my medicine? Oh, well, we don't have a policy like that. We don't need to. This is CVS, by the way. I chewed that stupid bitch out on the phone. I chewed her out. I chewed her pharmacist out. I said, you fucking stupid dumb bitch. How dare you go like almost 2 weeks without telling somebody that you don't have their medicine in stock? I mean, clearly I'm sounding psychotic here, but no, that shit's reasonable though. If you don't have it, call the person and say, we don't have it, instead of letting them sit in this limbo for like a week and a half. So CVS and any other stupid pharmacy that's doing that shit, I hope someone slaps you in the face because that shit is stupid. Call people, tell them you don't have it, and stop wasting people's time.
Ideally, if a medication isn't in stock, patients should be contacted. Not going to argue that. But you lost me a lot with this story because things are just not adding up. You said yourself, this medication is hard to keep in stock. So that means that it's either frequently on back order or it's not readily available. I'm thinking it's some sort of stimulant because that is something that's always on back order. Most medications, when ordered, it only takes a day to come in. Unless it's the weekend, the turnaround time is pretty quick. So if you didn't get your medication immediately after it was sent into the pharmacy, there's a couple possibilities that I'm thinking about. Either one, the prescription wasn't due yet because it was a controlled substance, so it was put on hold until they could fill it. The second option is that it's something that's always on back order and they have no way of knowing when it's going to be in. Last point, it sounds like you're aware of it because once again, you mentioned that it's something that's hard to keep in stock. So my question is this, why did you wait 10 days to follow up on something that's so important to your health? At some point, you have to start taking an active role in your healthcare. You are not the only person using the pharmacy. The pharmacy services thousands of patients, and so they do not have the bandwidth to contact every single person and hold their hand every step of the way. I wish we could do that, but we just don't have the bandwidth for it. Most pharmacies are perpetually understaffed, and because of that, a lot of things slip through the cracks. That does not make it right, but that is the reality that you have to prepare for. And the other thing I want to touch on is bragging about yelling and cursing out pharmacy staff is an odd thing to do. It's not cool, and it's not something that I would be proud of. If that kind of language is used, you're going to have a much harder time trying to get your prescriptions filled at the pharmacy, and a lot of times they'll just stop servicing you and tell you to go somewhere else. At the end of the day, pharmacy staff are healthcare workers and they deserve respect as well. If you're truly unhappy with your service, the most productive thing you can do is transfer your prescriptions to another pharmacy that meets your expectations.